So 5.5 starts us off pretty tame. They just want us to remember the power rules. So when we've got bases raised to powers and the bases are the same, we can use some basic rules. And we could just kind of go over those really quickly because you should be pretty familiar with them. Also, I posted a cheat sheet on your page that has them all outlined. So when we're multiplying, this is literally saying 2 times 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 2. Well, that's just 2 times 2 8 times. So what we can do with these ones is just add. So when you have, when you're multiplying, you just add the numbers. So 5 plus 3 gives us 8. That means that 2 to the power of 5 times 2 to the power of 3 equals 2 to the power of 8. We're just adding the exponents when you're multiplying the bases. Bases have to be the same number. Now when you're over here and you're dividing, this is literally saying there's 3 times 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 3 all over 3 times 3. Well, just 3 times divided by, cancel out, and you're left with 3 to the power of 6. So the rule for that, when you're dividing the bases, you subtract the exponents. We would go 8 minus 2 equals 6, which gives us 3 to the power of 6. This one is a little bit different because we have a smaller number at the top and a larger number at the bottom, so they're just trying to trick you. So what you would do there is go, well, I'm still going to follow the same pattern. I'm going to go 3 minus 6 equals negative 3. So that would mean that my answer, 7 to the power of 3 over 7 to the power of 6, equals 7 to the power of negative 3. And if we wanted to draw that out, that would be 7 times 7 times 7 over 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 on the bottom. And cancel that out, and you're left with 1 over 7 times 7 times 7, which is the same as 1 over 7 to the power of 3, or 7 to the power of negative 3, whichever way you want to look at it. So you still follow the same pattern, it still gives you a correct result. This one is the exponent law, so you're taking an exponent inside of brackets and you're raising it to an exponent. So that would be the same as saying 7 to the power of 5 times 7 to the power of 5. Well, if you go back to this one, if I'm multiplying, I add them, so that would give me 7 to the power of 10. Because it's a shortcut, I don't have to write this out and do that. I can just go, oh, that's right. I'm saying that I have 2 7 to the power of 5s multiplied together, so I can just go 5 times 2 and get me the 10. So I can write 7 to the power of 5 to the power of 2 equals 7 to the power of 10 and just say, look, I'd multiplied those.